What is Wiremod? Wiremod is the ability to make something happen because something else happens. Whether it's pushing a button, using your keypad like you've always been doing, or having a ranger detect somebody. That's what we're talking about here. Let's start with something simple, something that ninjas could understand. You get these categories of wire. Advanced, don't worry about it. You don't know advanced, I don't know advanced. Beacon, no. Control, yes. Data, no. Detection, yes. Display. Holography. Is that how you say that? No. Wire I/O, physics, tools. Those are important. Physics. These are all pretty common stuff. Nailer, hydraulic, thrusters, turrets. You know what these are. Now, let's try something real simple. Wire turret. Doesn't really matter what these are. I don't care if it's probably going to kill me. Here's a wire turret. Now, let's make that go off with a button. Wire I/O. Input, output. Button. Is there a good button? That's fine. Value on. Should be 1. You don't have to adjust these, I just had them changed. 1 and 0. It's all Wiremod is 1s and 0s. 1 is on, 0 is off. Most things will respond to that. So I'm going to put this button here. Now, we go down to our wire tool, which is the very last thing in your menu. And we're now going to wire this up. The gun has only one option. If you secondary fire, if you hold the wire tool over an object, a wire object, and a little box pops up and says something like fire, that means that there might be something else. So you secondary fire, and that doesn't change. That's all you have to do with this turret is fire it. So we're going to click there to the button. And we drew a wire. I made it awfully big, but best to show you guys. Now if I click this, it is firing. It's just firing silently. I hate silent turrets. There you go. Updated. See the 0 and the 1? 1 is on, 0 is off. That's what wire understands. Now, let's make this this turret fire when I walk in front of it. That's a good starter contraption. Detection. You want it to detect me, so you're going to put a ranger with a range of, this is inches by the way, in case you want to figure it out. Default to 0, and we'll show the beam. Now I'm going to put that right under the under the turret. Keep calling it a thruster. Alright, you see that? Range equals 0, because it's not touching anything. That beam goes all the way to here and doesn't hit anything. The max range is some arbitrary number I set. Now if I walk in front of this, see range 53, that's how far away from that I am. 36 inches, 15 inches, 160 inches. Now, I may be able to wire this directly to it. Let me see. Fire to that. No, it won't fire, because this gun is looking for 1 or 0 to fire, not 24. So now reload will disconnect the wire. In order to make this say 1 when the range is anything. So here, range is nothing, it's 0. Nothing's in the way. Now it says 45. The gun won't fire at 45. In order to make the gun fire at 45, we have to do... well, I have to put a chip in the middle. Go to Control. Now, I'm going to tell you the easy way to do this. Where is it? It's for the sign chip. Now a sign chip, what that'll do... I'll make the model bigger. Is it'll take anything you put to it, 45, 1,000, 1,000,000, and if it's positive, it'll make it 1. If it's negative, it'll make it -1. So this should do the job right here. And you have to wire backwards, by the way. So if you want the turret to fire, you go from the turret to the chip, and then only option on the chip is A, so from the chip to the ranger. Now that's wired up. I should walk in front of this and get shot in the face. That works splendidly. Where am I? Alright, good. So that is the most simple wiring I can think of at the moment. Now, the button isn't wired anymore because the gun only has one input. Fire from one thing is going to tell it to fire. That chip. When I crouch down. Even though it's saying 40 or 30, whatever it says, this says 1. I walk out of the way, it says 0, gun doesn't fire any longer. So that's the most basic of wiring.